They get a little BTS.
I know, right?
That's live on YouTube.
Oh, should I get on your Wi-Fi? I probably should. Well, I'm live. Hey guys, what's up? We live. Yeah. I say I'm live. All right. Let me put a pin here.
Okay.
Let's
see. Get ready to go live on my phone.
I wish you could do this before you went live. But
yes.
You can't, like pin. Produce. Dang it.
I got it.
Hey guys, what's up? We're in the studio today.
Wow. This is pretty exciting.
This is pretty exciting. So I'm letting you guys see the whole behind the scenes, Yo,
what's up?
Oh my God, this guy. Getting levels together. Produce your own life.
What's up, YouTube land?
I'm gonna say show podcast.
What's up, IG? Facebook, everybody else out there.
Podcast.
Hey, Kira,
all right, guys.
What's
That's
up?
it. Let me pin that. Okay, it's moving. Okay. Hey. What's up?
All right.
What you doing? What's up, guys? For those of you guys who are just joining, I'm TaJa Simpson, and this is Mr. Rodney Collins. Let me turn so you can see him for a second. What's up? But I figured if you're on my page, you want to see me, so you're gonna be over here.
There you go. I'm not mad about
Oh man. Okay. So hi. So I'm co-hosting with Mr. Rodney Collins, the Produce Your Own Life show podcast. We are here today, so I'm super excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, TaJa, no, thank you for coming and blessing the stage with your presence.
Absolutely.
That.
So guys, we're gonna get into it. We have a guest later, Miss Crystal Powell.
Yes.
Comedian, special extraordinaire. So I'm just here to co-host. I just wanted to give my little live fans, let them know what we're doing, and let's go.
Cool. And I'm also representing for this movie called Lola, which we're going to talk about, So you're probably wondering why I'm wearing a shirt that says Lola. You'll see that. So. All right, man. So let's just get into it. Let's just talk about the show. Last night, I was watching this one TV show. This show that's like very popular on cable. I think it's number one.
Yeah, you know what? It's number one on Tuesday nights across television and cable. Just want to put that clarity in there.
Okay, y'all got that right. BET's, Tyler Perry's BET's, The Oval.
Yes.
Yay. And I have my very special friend who's Priscilla on The Oval. She's incredible. TaJa B. Simpson. TaJa is amazing, you guys. She's an incredible actress, producer, writer, director, businesswoman. We're going to get into everything she's about, man. So this is good times.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you. Nice intro, by the way. I appreciate that. I'm here for it.
Hey, I do try. So, man, what's up? Last night, I just wanted to do a quick recap and talk real quick about the show. Priscilla and Sam, for those of you guys who haven't seen this, the first lady put her stamp on Sam. So how is Priscilla feeling about that?
Well, first let me say, for those of you who haven't seen Tyler Perry's The Oval, it's a White House drama television show that's on BET every Tuesday night. Clearly you all have seen it because it's number one. But just for the 2 or 3 of you out there that haven't, let me let you know what we're talking about. Yes. I play Priscilla Owen, who is the resident staff supervisor, and I'm married to Sam Owen, who is head of the Secret Service. And right now, the entanglement, that's the word, the entanglement that's happening is that my husband is having an affair with Flotus. First Lady of the United States on the show. So last night's episode, you got a chance to see them in the act of really going at it. Yeah. I don't know another word to say, but just sex. Yeah, so pretty much. Doing it. And first of all, even as the actor watching this, my mouth was open.
Yes.
Like I watched the show, like a normal fan. We get a chance to see it live with everyone else. We don't know what other scenes look like, nothing. We see it the first time when it airs on television live. Yeah. So as I'm watching it, I'm like, mouth open, like, oh my God, just thinking about Priscilla in that way. It was a lot.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he says, will you take the pill So then that led me to believe, so not only did you cheat, but you finished.
Yes.
I don't even know if you want to go there. That's way too much. But I'm just saying, that's a lot.
That's a whole lot. And, you know, for many of you guys, if you have not seen it, you need to watch this episode to go on demand, whatever, catch it, because there's a part in there where you find out, your character find out, you know, and where I was just like, a Florida Evans moment. I was just like, damn. I was waiting for that to come out.
That's good.
So I was like, this character Priscilla is very interesting. You know, is TaJa anything like Priscilla? Because Priscilla is very lovable. She's hardworking. You like her. She's beautiful. Just strong woman. Is there anything similar?
Yeah, you know, I think the way I portray Priscilla on the show, I think a lot of women can relate to the character and who she is. Okay. You know, as an actor, one of the biggest compliments for me is when I'm watching the show and I'm reading the tweets or I'm reading the comments on Instagram and people are just like, man, I felt that. Oh, I felt you in that. Girl, I was with you when you said that. Girl, when you were snapping your fingers, you know, like those are the moments I'm like, oh, so you're there with me.
Yes.
Priscilla, as far as similarities, like she's very meticulous. She's neat. She keeps things in order. I'm like that.
Okay.
I keep my house very neat and in order. Very much so. You know, my dogs, I go walk them. They come in, I wipe their feet. You know, it's like a whole thing. Like, well, if you're going to be on furniture and be in the house, then wipe your feet. Because when you come in the house, you take your shoes off. So let's wipe their feet. And they're little small Yorkies. So they already know. They come in, they sit, they stay at the door. They wait for me to get the little baby wipe that stay at the door and wipe their feet. And then they go about their business. So in that regard, yes, Priscilla is also a great friend. I consider myself a great friend to all of my friends. She's very supportive. I'm that way as well.
Okay.
You know, so there are totally similarities between she and I. There are definite differences as well. Luckily for me, I've never been put in a situation where I've had to hold my tongue, bite my tongue while at work, while being disrespected. And then now my husband cheating on me at my place of work. You know, so it's like, praise God. I've never had to experience that. I don't know that I could be as poised as she is during those times. I don't know that that's my ministry. Nah, that's a lot. You want me to sit here and that's a lot. I don't know, Rodney.
Because I was gonna ask, I was like, we're not gonna find out what Priscilla's gonna do about it till next part of July 20th.
July 20th.
That's when we'll find out more. But how would TaJa handle that situation? I was just like, man, I would be scared to come home.
Right.
My wife. I'll be scared to come home.
Yeah, I do know your wife, and you should be scared to come home. Gosh, you know what? That's interesting because they've been married for 15 years. Yeah. Right? I've never been in a relationship that long. I've never been married, let alone been with someone 15 years. And in all honesty, I don't know how I would handle it. Him coming home. I don't even know how I could look at him. Yeah. I don't even know what that would really feel like. I've never, praise God, experienced that level of betrayal. Right? Yes. It's infidelity, it's distrust, it's all these things that's now ruined and shattered. You've completely shattered our entire foundation that we stand on. Now it's like walking on hot coal. You know what I mean? And I was like, as we're around each other, because that's the instability of our foundation that you've now given us. And so now I have to then kind of deal with that. And I got to go to work and I got to see her. So not only did you do it, it's at my job and I got to see her. And she's the wife of the leader of the free world. So you put me in a real tricky situation. This isn't just like, oh my God, it's a, office romance. No, this is like the first lady. Yeah, a situationship.
Yeah, for real.
But what was really interesting and what I had been telling, Priscilla had been telling Sam.
Y'all heard that, didn't you?
What Priscilla had been telling Sam. I don't know what happened. Why I did that. Okay. What Priscilla had been telling Sam, right, is that, she's not right. She's not a nice person. She's been saying all these different things about her to prepare him to hopefully get in his head. Like, you don't see this, who she is? Like, she's playing you. And the moment it was done, for those of you who watched the show last night, the moment it was done, he's picking himself up together. He's putting himself together. And she's like, no, do that outside of here. He's looking at her like, what? She didn't even allow him to fully get dressed before he walked out of the room.
No.
That said infidelity was done. Right?
She got what she wanted.
She got what she wanted and she was done. And he's sitting there like, what?
That was when I saw that, I just looked at my wife. I was like, see, that's why. That's why you can't allow yourself to get caught up. So, that type of stuff, you can get all caught up emotionally. And then when the person get what they want, they're like, peace.
Thank you. I mean, it was instant.
Yeah.
The moment she got it and scene, I'm done with you. Please get out.
I was like, my mouth was done.
Right. But let's play devil's advocate. Let's flip on the other side, because oftentimes what I get on Instagram, I hear it. I hear you guys. I read your comments. But what I get is, this is Priscilla's fault.
Yes.
This wouldn't have happened if she had sex with her husband more. Priscilla, you should have done more. Like it's a lot of, but you have fault in this as well.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I can agree that it takes two. It's never one person who's completely at fault. Priscilla, yes, she has a lot to deal with. She's stressed out with her friends being sick, everything else going on. I really do think Priscilla should have been giving her man some, because you don't want to leave your mate, your spouse. You don't want to leave them out there, hanging them out there to dry. We're just humans. And Sam, I was feeling bad for Sam, because I was like, man, there's only so much a brother can take. This woman is throwing herself at him. And then he go home. His beautiful wife is like asleep or with the blinders on. And he's like, dang, I can't get nothing at home. What am I going to do with this? And so, she called him while he was completely weak. He was broken down. So I do believe Priscilla has some accountability with this.
Okay.
Will she take that? I don't know. But
well, let's get into it, honey. Let's talk about it. So let me ask you this.
Yes.
In the Sam Priscilla analogy.
Yeah.
You've been married 15 years.
25.
No, in the Sam Priscilla. I know you're longer. I'm sorry. You better say that proudly.
I had to work.
Did you see that? Did y'all see?
We worked for this.
25. Give me my 10. 15 plus. I'm like, oh, in the Sam Priscilla analogy.
Yes. Back to the show. Back to the show. Back to the show.
That was awesome. Yeah. Okay. We're back.
Yes.
Or 25 years, right? How long is too long before it's okay to cheat? How long is too long that your wife is not having sex with you before you're like, okay, well.
Well, man, first of all, I can probably say it's never been a very long time. To me.
But in the Sam Priscilla analogy.
Sam Priscilla.
Come back to the TV show.
Yeah, let me go back. I'll tell you, man, you talk marriage, I go right to real life.
I know.
But Sam Priscilla, I'm going to say that in his situation.
What does this keep doing?
I don't know. We're going to make sure that it keeps going to the lock screen or something.
Yeah, but I've never done that before. Okay.
We'll go take care of that. But as far as Sam, his situation, when I look at the fact that he had been trying to hold himself, but the issue is he works around this woman all the time. So it's not like he can go to a workplace where he's not getting tempted and somebody throwing himself at him. Then he comes home and it's just cold turkey. I'm going to say that, one, he should have communicated better.
How long is too long?
You see, I'm dancing around.
I know.
I'm going to say 4 weeks in that situation, because
a month. Wow.
No. Let me mistake. Been married 15 years. I'm going to give him 8 weeks.
2 months.
Yeah. And the reason why I say still a short time is because he's working around this person all the time. It's not like he's going to a job and, he doesn't have this temptation at work. He's got it. And then she's like chasing him. So that's completely different. So
8 weeks is a valid amount of time for you to say, I understand Sam's infidelity.
Yes, that is my final answer.
Okay. Well, in the show, it was 3.
Whoa.
It says it in the show. Sam says it in the show.
Oh my goodness.
Now, keep in mind during these 3 weeks, because everyone forgets this.
Yeah.
At the top of the show, season 1, Priscilla comes out. She's bringing him wine. She's like trying to do something with him and all of that. They get a call. Sam has to go in. That's when Gail jumped out of the car.
Okay.
They had just moved in, just got home. So now we're dealing with an extremity.
Yes.
Right? We're dealing with something we've never dealt with before.
Yeah.
They've been working at the White House. They've moved multiple administrations in and out, no problem. But now this is, a completely different family.
Right.
So they're dealing with things they've never had to deal with before. So they're working. So she's working double shifts. Remember, Sam's called her 2 or 3 times. I know you're sleeping. I'm sorry. Can you come in?
Yeah, that's
I'm only giving facts here, right?
Families, the couple, marriage is taking a lot of stress.
It's taking a lot of stress.
Yeah.
On both of them, at work and at home. That now they're not even on the same schedule.
Yeah.
I'm like, you going back there? He's like, I gotta go back. Okay. So he's calling her, waking up out of her sleep, coming back. It only been 3 weeks. Yeah. Sam says it. Yeah. In season 1, he says, babe, I mean, come on, it's been 3 weeks. Now, the time before then, Nancy comes over. The stuff's going on with Richard, kicks her out, all that stuff's happening, right? Yeah. And I'm like, she comes back in the room, he still wants to do it. I'm like, she's in the other room. Like, I just had to deal with this whole thing. She's crying. She's staying at our house. Like, okay, babe, we're going to get to this, but it can't be tonight. Sam's like, but it's been 3 weeks. Yeah. So I guess for me, again, the person who's never been married for 15 years, but if you're looking at the time of this, I don't believe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 weeks is enough time to validate infidelity. I don't think any time is, right? Yeah. Sam should have handled that differently. He didn't, but that's why we're only going with the facts. We could say what could have done, should have done, would have been better. But the fact of the matter is they're dealing with extremities. Both of them are literally on 2 hours, 3 hours of sleep, going back and forth. Yes. It's only been 3 weeks. Yeah. And then you're losing it. Now you're that weak. Oh my God. Well, my goodness, Sam. I'm sorry. How'd she say? Samuel. Yes. Oh my goodness, Samuel. Yeah. That's a lot. So for all the people out there, to my original question, that's like the flip side of that. That's like, oh, it's your fault. You should have done. No. I understand that this is a marriage and you're supposed to take care of your husband and we take care of each other for sure. Right. But at the same time, where's the grace?
That's the key word.
Where's the grace in this particular scenario? Yeah. Right?
Yeah. That 15 years.
With 15 years, 3 weeks, bro, get out of here, man. Miss me with that.
I was your lover and your secretary working, Come on. You like, hold up. I've been doing all this. And you just going to let 3 weeks and throw the commitment out for 3 weeks.
Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, it's a lot to deal with. I feel bad for Sam. I really do. I do. Because I feel bad for Priscilla. When I first started watching Over, I was like, I'm rooting for this couple.
Yeah, they were like,
y'all was the only legit couple.
The only legit couple.
Yeah, everybody else is crazy. Yeah. I was like, oh, no, they got to deal with the crazy. So I'll be excited to see what happens in July. I'm very excited to see because
me too.
I'm rooting for the couple to reunite. I think I saw on his IG.
His page.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah. He talking about we will make it through this.
We will make it through this.
And normally I wouldn't have commented, but I had to comment. I'm like, bruh, it's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some work. You better be ready to put it in. Because
and guess what?
Yeah.
That work will take longer than 3 weeks.
Oh.
Exactly.
Okay, we gonna go
ahead.
Let's go ahead. Y'all make sure y'all catch the Oval. You can catch up with episodes that are taking place right now. It's on demand. You can watch it and get ready for July 20th.
Yes.
As we get ready for the next part. This is the second half of the second season.
Half of the second season, yes. So if you guys want to catch up, you can watch it on BET.com/The Oval. You can watch it on BT Plus and on demand as well, as you said. Yeah. And when we come back after our mid-season finale that aired last night, we'll pick up where we left off for the remaining episodes of season 2.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? Now, I got some more stuff to talk to you about.
Well, let's do it.
But you got so much going on in your career.
I do.
It's and I know we have some things we want to talk about. I want to talk about this show, Scarlet. Yeah, this TV show, Scarlet, which is it's a pilot. It's a mob TV show. So I know you can't reveal too much because, we all know how the industry works.
Right.
But just to get a little snippet of who your character is and why should everybody get ready to check this show out. So what's up?
I'm really excited about this show, right? We just shot the pilot. It's a crime mob drama. It has some really great people in it that you've seen over the years that you're just like, oh my God, is that Ed Asner? Oh my God, is that Mike? It's so many people, right?
Yes.
And for me, what I loved about it is they decided to create the lead of the show and allow her to be a Black woman. Right.
Yes.
Who really lives in that. The interesting thing, though, that we don't see in television and film is when they're telling mob stories, when they're telling crime stories, they always leave out Black people in that way. That's in leading roles that in real life, our director grew up with the mob family. One of the wives of the mob family was Black and their kids were mixed. And it was this whole thing that you never see. It's like, oh, you just never really see that.
Right.
So I'm grateful that they are changing the narrative in that way. So now they're shopping it around, like I said, it's a pilot.
Yes.
But I'm really, really, really grateful for it. There was just a write-up in Culture magazine that came out that really centered around me being the lead.
Yes.
And being an African-American woman and telling the story and the importance of it. So I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. You know, when I got the offer to do this, I read the script and I was like, sold. Yes. I'm in. Suzanne Sweeney, she's the author of the book that the TV show is based off of. Scarlet and the Mobster is the name of the book. And she has a couple of them. And she has a huge following. And everyone reads these books. They call them, it's like I think she said her daughter calls it mommy porn kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, the way these books are written.
Yes.
And so my director, Massimiliano Treves, he's one of the writers in the pilot. And so now they've kind of taken it and wrote it for screen, and it's kind of going from there. So we've had some amazing players that's been on the show, and it is great.
I believe it.
Like, it is great. Like, to be number one on the call sheet for this show is like, what? It is amazing.
No, TaJa, you just said something that many of us as actors, many of us in the industry want to see that, as a part of the cast, being number one on the call sheet. Can you break that down for us?
Yes,
that responsibility and everything,
okay. So here's the thing. Just to give you guys a little bit of insight when it comes to the call sheet. The call sheet is what production uses to put all of the information on it. So it's going to have your, all the key players, your top of the line, below the line, who your writer, director are, who your cast members are, who your crew is. It's going to break down all the different scenes you're going to be shooting that day.
Okay.
But because it's a call sheet, they have to get so much information on like one sheet of paper, basically.
Okay.
Every actor is listed by numbers. Right?
Yes.
So number one is going to be if it's a Brad Pitt movie, it's Brad Pitt's number one. Leonardo DiCaprio is number one. Like, those kind of people are number one on their call sheets because they're the big star.
Or TaJa V. Simpson.
Or
Rodney Damon Collins.
Come on.
Hey, I'm gonna put it out there, baby.
As you should.
But
so, when you're coming in on a show or a movie, that number kind of dictates in people's minds. The lower your number is, kind of like your star meter on IMDb. The lower your number is, it's like, oh, okay, so you're number 2. Oh, you're number 4. It for whatever reason in people's minds, it's like a different thing. It's like, oh, you're this.
Yeah.
But if you come in as, don't get me wrong, I'm proud if I'm 17 or if I'm 32 because I'm on a TV show and it's already airing and I come in as guest cast, so I'm number 32. So, the number isn't like, oh my God, my number's 32. No, please don't take it in that way. However, when you work as an actor and you're coming in and you're doing your your co-star spots, then you're doing your guest spots, then you're bumping up to like a series regular or recurring guest star, different things like that. You're working your way up, which is moving that number down. Hey, so to be number one on the call sheet with such amazing key players, it's just a dream come true. But I literally manifested this.
Really?
I did. I said, I want to be on a show with amazing writing that's, a great topic. Like, I just went through this whole thing of what I wanted. I didn't necessarily say a crime mob drama, right?
Yeah.
But it was like, I wanted to be on a fantastic show that the world would get behind and it really changes the culture. And I wanted to be number one on the call sheet.
I love it. Did you write it down too?
I did not.
Oh, but you put it out there.
I put it out there.
I love it.
Yeah. And so it is.
I've learned a lot from you with that because I have some things I say every single morning now.
Good.
And
do you do some of those in the mirror? Do you do mirror work?
I have been doing mirror work.
Good job.
Yes, I've been doing mirror work.
Mirror work works.
Yes, it does.
It works.
Yes, so I've been working on it. I appreciate you speaking that into me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And man, that's just so powerful though. So number one, just remember, you guys. But first, I want to tell you though, before we leave this subject, that you should be celebrated. I'm gonna celebrate the fact that you number one. You don't got to do it yourself. I'm doing it right now. I'm celebrating the fact that you've put in the work and you've earned that. So I know you said, you'll be happy to be 32, but you're number one. And that number one, there's some different level of expectation, but also a different level of treatment that comes that way. And you deserve that. And you deserve that. So we all have to pay our dues, but I'm not even gonna let you, take that down, because that's huge.
Thank you.
Number one. All right. So we got Scarlett.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, it's very important to let somebody else esteem you. So I'm gonna lift you up, sis.
I appreciate that.
I really do. I do appreciate your spirit.
Thank you.
This is what it is. This is how friends roll.
Yeah.
All right. So Scarlett, we want to make sure everybody stays tuned. It will be showing up. We don't know which network just yet.
We don't know yet, right? But it will.
Look out for that name. And I tell you what, even if you want to track more with the show, go to IMDb and just click tracking. You want to track the show, and you'll follow that show, and you'll know when it comes out. Go to TaJa V. Simpson's Instagram for that too. She's going to keep you updated with what's happening, and she's making sure all her IG camera is right now. So,
I don't know what's happening with it.
Mine is still popping over here.
I think maybe because I put it on no, it shouldn't matter because I put it on the circuit mode. No, the little. But what was the mode I put it on?
You need a little cloth to hit the there we go. We always want to have that camera very fresh.
Get it together. Get it together, you say. Face. Come on.
Look at that beautiful face. See, look at all the people saying what's up. They loving you.
Guys.
They loving you.
That's better anyway.
Yes.
I'm like, well, if it keeps doing it, I can't keep getting up.
Well, I know we got a special guest coming soon. And I know she should be here soon. But before we get to her, if we haven't... she hasn't arrived just yet, I do want to talk about this shirt I'm wearing.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Lola.
Look at that.
Lola. What's up? That's the shirt, Lola. And director Antoine Allen. We want to make sure he gets some love on this. Oh. See, there we go. There's
you.
Yeah. Bam. Somebody's calling.
Right.
I think that might be our guest calling in, but
well, I told her to text me when she got here.
Oh, so she's not here yet. Okay, cool. Hey, you guys are seeing this show live and in living color. My producer couldn't make it today, so
so here we are.
There you go. But that's all right. You learn, you live, you roll, and we're both professionals, so we handling it.
Yeah, we roll with that.
So back to Lola.
Yes.
Directed by Antoine Allen. And your character is the lead. Once again, she's number one on the call sheet.
Look at that.
Number one.
Okay.
So, give us a synopsis real quick of the show.
Some fight for glory, others fight to survive. Lola.
Yes.
So Lola is an Antoine Allen production. Antoine Allen is an amazing filmmaker out of New York. And yours is still going. You have no problem with yours? Why is mine tripping?
Hey, I don't know, but it's still doing it.
Okay, wow. So I ended up getting an offer to do this film, and I read the script, and it was about a female boxer who was trying to find who she was, like trying to find her purpose, right, in life. And she ended up getting sexually assaulted. And that led her to take self-defense classes, which then led her to get into boxing. So boxing is what gave her purpose. Boxing gave her confidence. Boxing made her feel and believe in herself. Boxing gave her this new, vice for life. Boxing was, and so when I read the script, it was a girl playing a boxer who didn't know how to box and was getting into it. And I've always wanted to play the role of a boxer and really take on that challenge. I really take on that challenge, and I had the opportunity of doing it in Lola. And so Lola is now out on Tubi. It has been the #1 most watched film on Tubi. You can also see it on Amazon Prime, which is super amazing.
Yes.
And it's been doing really well. So I'm so grateful. And now we're in production to do Lola 2.
Yes.
Which will film in July, end of June and July of this year. So it has been a really great journey.
I love it.
And trying to learn how to box.
I want y'all to see.
Thing. Yeah.
I want y'all to see my girl.
There we go. Okay. And trying to learn how to box and figuring that out. But when you see the movie, people are like, yo, you like really trained for that. I'm like, yeah. And so that was the hardest role to date when I did that one, because not only are you remembering your lines, your character arc, your story, you're remembering all these little nuances about who you are as the artist. Mm-hmm. You also have to put on the physicality of now being a boxer. Mm-hmm. And remembering all of that, because boxing is a mental sport. It's exhausting. Yes. I have a whole newfound respect for boxers because I've always loved the sport.
Yes.
But now after trying to do it, I'm like, oh, okay. So it's like add your normal acting things you have to do, and then put on like 10 more things because you also have to box and make that look believable as well. But Lola, guys, check it out. Tubi. Lola. And so I appreciate you today for wearing the shirt. I walked in, I was like, good. Okay.
That was
I'm
just
loving
for you. Yeah. Just for you. I was like, I love it. I was like, I'm gonna have my t-shirt on today. That's represent great. For the. And I thoroughly enjoyed watching the movie. I watched it when it first came out back in March. Mm-hmm. The movie is good. It's gritty. Has that grit in there. You see TaJa go from this beautiful black Barbie right here.
That's a whole new girl. You're looking at it and you're like, is that the same girl?
Gritty. She's gritty. She's in there throwing it. And it's really cool because you watch how she has to go through the transformation and overcome you got what's going on upstairs. Yeah. And then you got that, your father relationship. All that stuff is, that's hard. And then you got the relationship with, significance and everything else just coming at you. So it was really powerful. Then seeing you get in the ring. Now, did you get caught in the eye at all?
That's good.
Yeah.
I technically did not. Mm-hmm. But as we're filming, everything is choreographed. And as we're doing a wide shot, we're doing our choreography, and the DP is like, it's just not reading well for camera. Like I can see the space, like the little bit of space we left, so that as she do this, I'm turning, but she's not really hitting me. Yeah. That little bit of space, he could see it. And he showed it to us, and it was like, it looked like this much space. So I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. That's not reading at all.
Yes.
And so he was like, so if there's any way, I was like, I got it. I got it. I was like, just go. And they were like, okay. And so I told her, I said, you just do what you do.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, because we knew the choreography, we got it. I was like, you just do it and we'll go from there. She's like, okay. So as we're doing it, she's supposed to, hit me and knock me down. I just let my face linger a little long. And so it grazed me. Ooh. It hit me, but not like a hit. It was just like a slight graze. Uh-huh. And then I just, went for it. So much so as we're in it, everybody was like, oh. And I'm like, I get back up and they're like, and the director's like, wait, you okay? And I'm like, oh, we're good. Like, they were like, what is that? Like, what's happening? And that's what happened. But at the end of the day, you have to do what you want. When you're an artist, and for me, I'm like method, sometimes. And I'm really like, I want to sell the shot as much as possible because I've worked for months and months and months to get this together to allow us to be able to get in the ring and make this thing look believable. And so that was the one shot that I was like, okay, cool. And it was so close. I was like, ooh, that was close. I really did almost get hit, but we worked it out. So
I love it because it really did look like you got caught.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. And you was like, hold on, you can't mess with the money maker. Right. I like that. So everybody make sure.
Oh, here's a funny story.
Go ahead.
Sorry, funny story. Go ahead. Before I shot Lola, I shot it in May, and in July we were shooting season 1 of The Oval. Oh. And so I told Tyler Perry, like, hey, I'm going to be shooting this boxing movie. I don't know what I was sending him something. I don't know what I was sending, but I mentioned it in a text message with him. He texted me back and he was like, just don't get hit in the face. Thank you. I won't. Because we shoot in July. I need your face to be together. Yeah. Thank you. I won't. He's like, oh, that's great. Do great. Don't get hit in the face. Thank you.
Facts.
And I didn't get hit in the face.
Thank you, Mr. Tyler Perry, for making sure you remind our beautiful star to keep her face together.
Keep it together.
Like, I got schedules. I don't need you throwing us off
at all. Exactly.
So, man, you got so much going on in your life. And I know, I want to get into this now. I know we have a guest that's almost here, but I want to get into what you got going on, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Y'all want to hear this? You have a lipstick line.
I do.
She is an entrepreneur extraordinaire. So, because one thing people don't understand is as an actor, we have to do other things, like, we make ourselves more diverse. So like we expand our brand now, put it like that, because you want to be known for you building a platform. So let's talk about what you're building. Let's talk about that.
Ooh, let's talk about what you're building.
Yeah, I had to get that, but
bring that.
I was like, I knew what I wanted, but I needed to put it right.
Yeah, that's good. Let's talk about what you're building. Okay. Yes. So I agree. I believe, I believe in multiple streams of income. Like I said, I believe that. I believe in it.
Yes. Hey.
I believe in multiple streams of income. Passive income and, things like that. But in order to be successful, because in acting, your career will ebb and flow.
Yes.
You have a lot of highs and lows, and that's what's been happening for me thus far. But now I had to renew my mind and change that. So things have been a little different.
Yeah.
However, when you're getting all these different roles and everything that's happening is great and wonderful, but we went through this thing called a pandemic that we're still in, I should say.
Yes.
And when that slowed everything down, a lot of artists couldn't work. A lot of artists couldn't, their livelihood. They can't take care of their families. They can't. You can't eat. Like, what do we do? A lot of things were happening, and so I had just launched in February of 2020 my lipstick collection, the TaJa V. Simpson lipstick collection, and you can get that at TaJaVSimpson.com. And
follow on Instagram.
And follow on Instagram at TaJa V. Simpson, right? And when it first launched, everything was going good. It was flowing. We were making a lot of sales. It was wonderful. But then that was February. We launched on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
The world shut down end of February, March.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a wrap.
So it was a wrap. So it was like so orders had slowed down considerably. And then maybe July it picked up maybe a little bit here and there, because at the beginning when the world shut down, no one knew when they were going to go back to work, when money was going to come back, different things like that. And it affected my brand because I couldn't get my most popular lipstick. I was no longer able to get it because they couldn't get the materials to make it, to send it, blah, 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 blah. Right. Okay. The world was shut down. And so at that point I was like, okay, so I'd already been thinking about this online course that I wanted to do.
Yes.
But I allowed different things to come up that allowed it to deter me from doing it, because I was like, well, in the beginning, it was like, well, who's going to want to learn from me? Right. And why me? She's calling me.
Okay.
Let me just answer. Can I answer?
Hey, go ahead. This is live,
hey, Crystal,
baby.
We're live.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Hi, sorry, live. I called just sorry he said he wasn't there. Is there another producer I can call?
Oh, you could that's why I just tell you to text me. He's not here anymore, but we're here. We're in here, the red and white building outside. But there is someone that can let you in once you get here. Just knock on the door.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right, bye. Okay.
I love it.
Live.
I love it.
Right.
And Josiah just sent me a text. He was like,
she's calling. Yeah, because I left her his number because that was on the call sheet.
That's how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah. So she'll be working it through. So praise the Lord.
Yes.
So because of that, I was like, well, who's going to want to learn from me, and why me? I had all this doubt, right? That was coming up. But at the end of the day, I have over 50 TV and film credits. Like, I've been doing this a long time. I train a lot of different actors. I coach a lot of different people. I do all these things. But then I got nervous. I got scared. And I was like, I don't know. So then I put it off on the back burner. And then Masterclass came out. And I'm like, oh, you're going to want Natalie Portman. Why in the world are you going to come to me and not Samuel L. Jackson or all these other people? And I realized after I watched it, I was like, I say the same stuff. This is exactly what I coach people on.
I was getting ready to say that.
But not only that, is that Masterclass is just like a normal acting course, like a scene study course, basically. But you're still going to be this great wonder. You're going to be this wonderfully career student.
Yes.
But that's still not giving you the practical skill set that you need and how you can become a working actor.
Facts.
So once I looked at that, God was like, hey, I need you to get this done. Hey, I need you to listen. Hey, I need you to believe in yourself. Hey, all the doubt. For God did not give me the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. I know better. I know better. Right? So I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to do it. So in January of this year, or December, I should say, of last year, I called my now producer and I was like, this is what I want to do. I've been wanting to do this. She's like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yes.
And I was like, why, thank you. And we got it together, and it's going to be launching here on the 17th, which I'm really, 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 really excited about. And then, we'll start promoting it. It'll launch July 7th.
Okay.
That's when class will be in session. But June 1st, you'll be able to pre-enroll. We're going to talk about the business of acting, because that's what's most important for you to go from just being a career student to a working actor, right? And it's called the Working Actors Academy. I mean, we're a working actor. That's the goal.
Yes.
As an actor, what is your goal? To be a working actor.
Yes.
So the workingactoracademy.com, you guys can go there now and check it out, and it'll give you like a brief overview of what you can expect from the course. The course would be $29.99 a month.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Right? I wanted to make it really feasible for people.
In LA, that's like 4 weeks of class, maybe. And
LA,
not the top ones.
No, right. No, but that's funny because in LA, you're paying like $600 a month or more, or $500 a month or more for classes. But again, that's still just going to focus on the craft. I'm not only focusing on the craft, I'm also focusing on the business of it.
Yes.
Some of the things we're going to talk about is knowing who you are. You have to know your type.
Yeah.
You have to know who you are as a person, and you also have to know your type, because yes, we're an actor. We can do any and everything, for sure. I agree. We're an actor. We can do any and everything. I got it. However, when you're first starting out, you're not going to book the roles that you're not right for, because people don't see you as that.
True.
So that's important. You have to study your craft. You have to know which technique is best for you. Mm-hmm. You have to understand the styles and tones of acting. Mm-hmm. People don't know that when you look at sides, especially comedic sides for like multicam, single cam comedy, they look very different. Mm-hmm. Drama, TV shows look different from film. Like, you should be able to look at sides as an actor, and you'll need this your entire career, and know the type of show and know how you should play it and understand the style and tone of it. Every show has a different tone. You're not getting that in the acting class. That only focuses on scene study. Your headshots, we're going to go over that, self-submissions, your reels and resumes, things like that. And then agents and managers. So we're talking about all the things that you need to be a successful working actor, the Working Actors Academy.
Man, I am just so excited about this.
Thank you, me too.
And this is like globally, people can take the class.
Globally, exactly.
That's the beauty of it. You don't have to just be in LA. You can go anywhere.
You can go anywhere. And so that is what I wanted to do. The reason this was birthed is because people would come to me all the time and be like, oh my God, I want to get started in acting. What do I do? How do I get started? What do I do? And different things like that. And I, was helping people one at a time. Yeah. Well, I'm only one person. So I was like, I need to do a class on this or something. And I need to do something to help as many people as I can, because I've always had a heart and mind to serve.
Yes. And
I was like, okay, we'll write a book. So a friend of mine and I, Sabrina Embry-Vale, we wrote a book called Cracking the Acting Code. You can get it on Amazon. It covers the practical steps to becoming a professional working actor, is what we talk about.
Okay.
But it's in the book form. So people will come to me. I'm like, oh, it's all in the book. Yeah. Read the book.
Yeah.
And people are like, okay, but no one really wanted to read the book.
Yeah.
Because people aren't really like book readers. This is the era of video. This is the era of quick. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. So then from there, I'm like, okay, I have this book out there with all of this information that people aren't reading.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it did great. They're reading it, but not as, they prefer, like, how can I just
want to adapt it to today's market.
Thank you. I needed to adapt it.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You better give me that. Damn. So I had to adapt it to today's market. And in doing so, we started, crafting this online program for students, and it's for anyone. If you want to get started in acting, if you want to take your career to the next level as an actor, and then it was, what's the name of it? That was the other thing, the branding of it.
Yes.
And the Working Actors Academy was built. And I was like, oh, that's it. I'm like, well, you're a working actor, you're throwing stuff out. It's like, how do you become this? And what is it? And that's how it was birthed. But that's what made me want to do it, is because people would ask me all the time, especially if I'm on TV.
Yes.
Every time an episode airs, somebody's going to come and say, hey, so how do I do this? I want to get started. Or can you look at my headshots? And, I was like, I just didn't have the time to reach everyone. So now this is the way that I can reach the masses. I can reach people globally, because if you want to be a working actor and if you want to take your career to the next level, then go to theworkingactorsacademy.com.
Man, I absolutely love that. The value is amazing with this whole class, the whole course. I'm telling you, people, man, I've been through classes out here in LA, and you're definitely not getting everything that TaJa just said. It's going to come to you. I highly recommend you get connected with it as soon as it's promoted, which is the 17th.
The 17th is when it starts coming out, but you guys can go there now. You can go there now to theworkingactorsacademy.com. You can RSVP for our launch, because it's going to be on July 7th.
Yes.
All of that. So go to the website right
now. Go because I said that. You never know. And in the future, who knows? There might be scholarships available for people.
That is something that we want to do.
There we go.
Good job. Look at you. Crystal's here, by the way.
I will go get Crystal.
Okay.
I'm gonna let my guest host see. She's my guest, so she keep her feet up on the couch. I'll be right back, people.
Oh my gosh, this is great. Wow, now that he's left me by myself, what do I want to say?
You just be you for about 5 seconds.
It's about 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring her in.
Okay, cool, no problem.
Okay.
But anyway, I am excited about this course. I've worked really hard on it. I've worked for months on it to get it ready to be able to put out into the market. So if you guys just check it out, I think you guys will really be happy with the content. It will really help you understand and know so much about this industry, so much about who you are to really get your career to the next level. So the Working Actors Academy, check it out. I'm excited. You're going to hear about this all the time now. This is the only thing I'm talking about. The only thing I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Let's see what else. What's a good fun story I could tell you now that I'm here by myself? Well, Crystal was coming in. She is one of my very, very, very great friends. And when I called her today to ask her to do this, she was like, absolutely. You know, she travels the world doing comedy. She's a comedian. She's a writer. She's a host. We'll get into all those different things. But she is, more importantly for me, she's one of my dearest and closest friends. We call each other Lilas. Growing up, that was like an acronym for love you like a sister. And so we call each other Lilas. So we're like, hey, Lilas, hey, Lilas. So we just use it as if it's a name. But it's been, gosh, I don't even know how many years we've been friends, but she's from a small town in Texas. I'm from a small town in Louisiana. So we have that great camaraderie and chemistry that comes along with being from the same region. If you're from East Coast and you meet other people from the East Coast, like they have that same edge and energy and you're like, yo, it's good people right there. Yeah, come here. You know, it's like that same kind of thing. And so we had that when we met and it was just like, oh, where are you from? Oh, Texas, makes sense. Okay. You feel like home, right? You feel like home. So I'm really excited to have her with me today. So she's going to be my guest that I'm bringing in, and then we'll get back to the interview with Rodney and I. Okay. So let me tell you how I met Rodney. Rodney and I met through our publicist at the time, Jessica Dupree. She was both of our publicists, and we were at an event, and we were her clients. She's getting us at this party, at this event of some sort, and we met, and it was just really quick in passing and stuff like that. The next thing was she had us go to this other event, and he was there with his wife, and I met his beautiful wife, Alonda, and we all were able to hang out and have a really great time together. So that's where our friendship was really birthed, was at that moment. And we've stayed in contact with one another and been able to just really support each other throughout this industry. I believe in community, which is why the Working Actors Academy is also a community-based platform for actors, because you know, you need that circle. You need your friends. In LA, we call it a family. You know, it's family and friends. We merge together. It's your family. You need your family, your people who are going to be there to support you. There's a lot of rejection that happens in this industry, so that's important. So meeting him along the way has been such a blessing for me because, you know, it's nothing like meeting great people. And here he is. Look at that. That was just like perfect timing. He has no idea what I was saying this whole time.
No, I don't. But that's
how
much I trust you.
Ooh.
I trust you.
Dang, I guess I should have said that one part. Right? Well, he'll see it later. He'll see it later. Oh, my goodness.
Stand right for.
So he's getting a stand right for Crystal. She's got her phone in here. Getting ready to go live with her, which I'm super excited. Like, I've never interviewed her before, so I'm excited.
So, cheer up.
Okay, we're going to get her levels in here and get all that going.
Okay.
Okay, so should I introduce her before she comes in? She's going to come in and then we get everything going.
You can introduce her before she, once she's seated. And
okay. Oh, yeah, I probably should scream that out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See?
Booked, busy, and unbothered.
What?
Come on, T-shirt.
Bottom too. What? Come on now.
Yes.
Indeed.
I love it. Okay.
All right.
I see my friend as she comes in here.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Hello, world. Hello, world.
I mean, she's in the States. Like,
there we go.
Excited.
Yes.
I have no idea right now. This is my friend.
Hi, friend.
This is so come up here. Let's get. I know, right? In work. Let's get your levels together.
Your phone is ringing.
Is it? Where is it?
Right there.
Oh,
So I'm gonna get your levels together. So I'm gonna hit 2. She said, go back, go level.
Come
So
on,
Crystal,
engineer.
I'm already in it.
I'm already got it down.
Oh wait, nope. Channel 2, level.
And just all we need you to do.
My mic sounds nice.
There you go.
This not our first rodeo. This not our first rodeo.
Nice.
Bam, she's in there.
My mic sounds nice. My mic.
Did you hit record and do any of this?
Record is already set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't touch any of that.
Yeah, we good.
She's gonna go live on hers, and all of us will be live. So I put the live here. You want? I don't know if you want to put your camera wherever you want to put it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put it right here.
I need it to be right here.
The light, the camera,
your camera.
Yeah, I know, right?
Over on this side, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need it here.
Okay. Oh,
what's your name again? So
Rodney.
Rodney, you
yes.
know, I don't have it with the Lola shirt on, so you know.
I gotta show love.
Yeah, you ain't got that type of tenure and the perfection Paula over there.
Yes, she is. Yeah. I see.
I need you to be. Well, we need to make sure we can see you.
Yes.
And hear you. Good.
Yes. So,
And then let's
am I
see
putting
what this
it
is.
right here?
Let's see.
Oh.
Stay with it. Stay with it. That's
Oh,
okay.
it's good,
We
it's
edit all
good.
this out. Y'all get.
Hey, y'all seen
real
it
behind the
all.
scenes.
Y'all seen this all.
Oh, let me go.
You know, this is cool. This is cool.
Hey, it's black people working. It's black people working, figuring it out.
Hey, I'm very proud of what I've seen this show grow to in
just during the pandemic, huh?
year and a half. This show has grown tremendously.
And you're gonna have to hit live and all that kind of stuff.
I'll get you
sir.
live.
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh, wait, let's
So
see.
all 13 of my people can come in here.
Let's get all of them.
We want all 13 strong.
Yeah, all on here.
Look. There we go.
So we can see real quick, get a little preview. Let me turn the camera around.
That'd be good.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to put that on Do Not Disturb. Huh?
Yeah.
You can swipe up and go to the right. Okay, settings is right there. Boop. Do Not Disturb. Boop, boop. Doop.
I know. It's the sound effect.
I love the sound effect.
Boop, boop,
Boop,
boop,
boop.
boop.
That's it.
Is
Bam.
this good?
Boom.
Yeah.
Pow.
Okay, and
Bam.
now when I sit down, I'm not going to be in the way. Just to let you know.
Okay,
I'm right
your noggin look a little.
It might be.
Yeah, it did look
Let's
big.
see. Let me.
Oh, she's starting already.
Oh, yeah.
She's starting already. See, I'm getting this comedian life already.
So one more thing. Let's move this back and make sure she's in the light as well.
Okay.
That's my
This.
I need all the producers to be my friend.
Right.
Yes.
But we can see her greatly.
Yes.
Tell this to zoom in.
I know, right? That's all we need.
Can we?
Oh, it does. I never.
That's all you got to do.
Come on, live.
My big head knows something.
I live. All right.
Yes.
Yes,
We got it.
All
My
right.
big
Oh,
head
it's
is
in
not.
your frame. You gotta move yours back.
Oh. Shoot. Oh.
We almost there, y'all.
Almost
We
there.
almost
Almost
there.
We're almost there.
Look at this. This is
And then
beautiful.
you just gotta hit
All
the
right.
live button.
Let's get it right now.
That's okay.
Wouldn't that be something if we did the whole deal in the sparkles?
There
I
we
know.
go. We good now?
Yeah.
And you are, is it live?
No.
Nope.
You
I
know, we
think
can
it's-
punch in the Wi-Fi too.
Yeah.
No,
It's cool.
she got 5G
Okay.
up there. She got
Oh,
the
she
phone.
was. Go.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Is it because of the Do Not Disturb?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do nothing.
Oh, do not
There we go.
There we go.
Checking.
There we go. Yes, you're live. Okay, do my Zoom when you sit down.
All right. Yes. Yes, producer.
You get it. Oh,
Right.
those berries of those look
You,
sweet.
you have some too.
Thank you.
You have some
Man.
too.
Do you want them now?
Okay.
All right, they in the fridge.
My mic sounds nice when it sounds like
Yes.
this. Oh, hi.
I'll get berries in between my teeth.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
We ready?
Y'all see my shirt? Boop, boop, boop.
So let's get into who we have here with us. So for you guys that are just now joining us, this is the Produce Your Own Life Show podcast with host Rodney Damon Collins. I am co-hosting today. My name is TaJa V. Simpson.
Yes.
And, Rodney asked me to maybe bring in a guest. And I said, there's only one person in the world that I can think of. And her name is Crystal Powell. Well, let me tell you about Crystal because she's a worldwide comedian,
Do tell.
host, singer, media personality, and entrepreneur. You may have seen her on America's Got Talent on NBC,
What you say?
Comedy Central, Kevin Hart's Heart of the City. She's guest hosted plenty of times on Fox's TV's Dish Nation, Animal Planet, just recently co-hosted Puppy Bowl, currently on Vivica Fox's Funny by Nature tour, and she is not only producing but funding her own show called Coffee with Crystal for season 2. Let me tell you something. This woman, I am proud to call my friend. She's amazing. I'm happy to have you here. Please give it up for Miss Crystal Powell.
Yes.
We're not gonna start crying.
I know.
I was like, don't look at her. Don't look at her. Do not look at her while she is talking about you, because you sound real good on paper. Get out of her pupils. Get out of her pupils. Get out of her pupils.
I am in the midst of all this black excellence, these
and
beautiful
black girl magic.
Just black girl magic. It's just like, whoa.
And we're not going to exclude you, because this is the thing. I hadn't seen her in a couple of weeks, so this really not even fair for you, sir. Because I hadn't seen her in a minute.
I know.
So I'm gonna make sure that I'm open. I'm open.
If I see this, I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna check with you.
He gonna be like,
excuse me, can I get a question in? Oh, hi,
yeah. He's like, I'm the one that got you cold. I told him, it's cold, ain't it? I said, oh, okay.
I told him, he's like, what do you like? I was like, oh, we like alkaline water.
Yeah.
I said, but I need room temperature.
Yep.
But she likes hers cold. She drinks it in
Ice
her little,
water.
like ice water.
That's the country and
ice water.
Ice water.
So speaking of country, Crystal is from a little small town called Tatum, Texas.
Tatum, Texas.
Yes, Tatum, Texas. And she's made it all the way, as they say, from Tatum, Texas to the City of Angels.
Yes.
So I want to talk about that journey today.
Okay.
I want to talk about, where did you first get the idea that you wanted to be a comedian? Did you always know?
No.
Like, where did this come from? Tell us about
I had no idea that I wanted to be a comedian, of course. TaJa knows this. As a child, that's how I would get out of whoopings. I had, I'm from East Texas, Tatum, Texas. My mama, the rod was not spared, just get in there and get on that back if they messing up. So that's how I would stay out of trouble. Like when they'd be about to get a whooping, I'd start doing stuff. Yeah. Or if I wanted to stay up late, that's what I would. Is that me? That can't be.
No, that's my laptop. I'm so
oh, okay.
Mr. Purdue, do.
I can't get over to it.
Show, can you want me to do it? I can step in. Boom. Yeah, boom.
I was like,
that's all right. But I had no idea that I wanted to be a comedian. I've always wanted to sing. I've always wanted to be in entertainment, but I had no idea that it was going to be comedy. Yeah. And what actually brought me all the way to California from Texas, I'm from a large family. Mm-hmm. My mother was the oldest of 4 boys. So everybody, my sisters, children, everybody would just always go to my mother for everything. My mama was the mama. After my grandmother passed away, then it was my mother next. And she had a massive heart attack at 56.
Wow.
Yes. And my world just crashed. I didn't have any more purpose. I didn't have any more meaning. It was just like, I want to lash out at everybody that I care about, and I want to get as far away from everybody that I care about as possible. And when you're in college, your roommate, they'll be like, oh, I'm from California. I'm from Texas. I'm from Georgia. They don't say, oh, I'm from Vallejo, California. So my good friend, she was like, come stay with me. She's from California. And I was like, okay. And it was Valley Joe, California, Vallejo. And I remember getting there saying, where's the Hollywood sign? I want to see the Hollywood sign. She said, oh, that's about 6 hours away. So even then, I wasn't realizing it now, but I was just healing. I was in the Bay Area. I would come from Vallejo. I would catch the ferry into San Francisco every day. I was doing marketing work, but I was away from my family and just trying to figure it out. Yes. I'll never forget, I was at my godson's track meet, and we were at a track meet, and it's me and him, and at the time he was like 6, and I smell weed. I'm coming from Texas now. I smell a little weed. And I look over and I called his mom. I said, Shamina, they smoking out here. They smoking. We going to jail. They smoking. She said, ma'am, it's legal in California. And then I was like, oh, okay. And I just, okay, I'm in California. Texas, right now in Texas, TaJa tell you, you'll go to jail for a doobie still.
Right.
It's certain counties that you'll just get cited a ticket or a citation. But get caught in some of the northern counties in Texas, you're going to jail. Do not pass go $200. But I won't distract. I'll get cited off on going the way them people be doing us about jail and weed. But stayed out there in Vallejo, saved up enough money, came to California that I was going to be an actress. That's what I wanted to be.
Yes. A thespian.
And if I'm learning now the acting code with TaJa now, imagine 10 years ago. So a friend of mine bet me that I couldn't do stand-up because that was the deal. Like I got into the union too fast. I got into SAG, somebody did them vouchers for you to get on in there. So I got real auditions and I'm going in there saying, hey, my name is Crystal Powell. I'm from Texas and I can audition with the best of them. Next, I even turned in a script in Word document. I turned in a whole script in Word. They didn't read it. They burnt it up and put it in the trash can. Yeah, so my first open mic, I got booked. And even then I was like, oh, this can help me pay for, acting classes. But I started learning, the more I was getting on stage, the better I was feeling when I was getting off. I was like, wait a minute. I could hear rap music in the background. Dun, 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 dun. And the feeling, now don't get me wrong, it's some bad feelings to come with it when you get off the stage if you ain't ready, But once you get that bad feeling, you'll never want that feeling again. And it'll just make you want to work and work that much better and harder to get better. Then the third piece of that was women in the audience, men in the audience for 45 minutes. At that time, it was only like 3 minutes, maybe sometime 2 minutes.
Right.
Okay.
But for those 2 minutes that I'm on stage, I'm helping someone else forget about what they're going through, the trauma, the drama, all of it. So it was therapy for them, therapy for them, for me. And then, good Lord, I started making money with it. Hello, I am a comedian. Here it is. Hello, Crystal. So yeah, it was just therapy at first. But now it truly, truly saved me, gave me purpose. And sometimes I still, like I just left the Dominican Republic and I'm like, man, I feel bad. Cinco de Mayo, poquito español cristal. Nina. That's what I learned. But it was therapy for me. It was therapy for me. And I can forget my problems. The audience can forget their problems. I can, collect a couple of coins with it, keep the feds off my back because, the 3 letters, the one before the R and the other ones, they on my back a little bit. So it's good. So that's the journey. And man, I'm so blessed because I get paid to kick it. Mm-hmm. I get paid to kick it and travel the world and talk to people and help myself. And just be grateful. And then I get to come in here with the lights and the alkaline water and blueberries and strawberries, y'all. They ain't got that melon. Mango. Yeah. People skimming you on the price. This is real stuff. They get you the berries with the cantaloupe and the green melon and that melon that you don't want. We got strawberries and blueberries and pineapples. And you know what they say about the pineapples.
Oh my God. I love this woman so much. Okay, so a lot of that I knew, but some of that I didn't. I always don't get that story. I didn't know about the Vallejo Valley.
Yeah, that's where Shamila lived.
Oh, okay.
I stayed with Shamila a year before I actually came here because what the reason Miss TaJa Simpson doesn't know that because I had to get initiated into the girl group back then. I had to almost kind of like audition. They was like, she gonna turn it. Yeah. They was like, she cool, she cute, she be hustling. Let's see. So,
let me jump in here for a second because that's not all the way true. However, Crystal and I did meet doing work. So I wanted to take us back a bit because yes, you are making money now as a comedian. You are worldwide, including that wonderful introduction I just gave for you.
Oh, it was.
It was really good.
And then take on the road with me.
Thank you, right?
Man.
Oh, now you know.
Yeah.
I would do it.
That was my manager, y'all, before I actually got a manager. Please let me tell this because you don't remember because I'll get sidetracked and be like, what was we at? Well, when I first started, when I was saying I only had a few minutes.
Yeah.
So as a stand-up, when you first start out, having 3 minutes, I got a hot 3. But, you're not as confident yet. But my manager was. So we could be anywhere, a stadium. Oh, Crystal Powell can go. Yeah. And I ain't got but 3 minutes. Oh. And of them 3 minutes, I'm saying my name is Crystal Powell. I'm from Texas. But TaJa always believed on me. I mean, to the point where I could get on stage and somebody could be lighting a cigarette. And I'd be like, oh, that's my light. That's my time, y'all. I'm out. But TaJa always anywhere we would go, even when I wasn't ready,
Yes.
was introducing me as a comedian. Oh, y'all got a job? Oh, okay, Chris can do it. Okay, come on, man. I need you to get this together.
Start rubbing them hands.
That's how you come on, man. Come on,
got this,
you
man.
got this, man.
Come on,
I done
man.
got you a gig. You need 15 minutes, but I'm sure you can. I ain't performed in front of 6 people at Ha-Ha, but and that's how it started.
That's how it started.
Yes. I'm gonna get this napkin.
Yeah. I know it's coming here with all the lights.
Yeah, it's a little bit warm now.
That's
But, it was cool before you came in.
I understand it's good and hard in here. I do that sometimes. My mic sounds nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's still a good segue because I wanted to talk about the journey and like what was the jobs that you had to do before you decided to then do comedy full time.
Yeah.
Like what was that transition like for you? Because oftentimes as actors or comedians or artists, we are pursuing the dream or the passion, but we have a job. So what was that journey like for you?
You better have you a job, okay? Or you'll be out there doing something strange for some change. So artists that are out there, don't let nobody job shame you into being like, oh, you don't do it full time. Sometimes having those jobs, that's how you invest in yourself. You invest in your website. You invest in some real headshots. You invest in going to the TaJa Acting Academy who's enrolled.
Yeah.
That's being able to invest in yourself, allowing you to create your own lane. But the jobs, the many jobs, that's how I met TaJa, was marketing. And I mean, if it's a product that's been out there, I have stood out somewhere and passed it out. Hi, would you like Colgate? We got some new Colgate. Try this. Yeah.
Right.
Everybody in my family had rice. We hadn't bought rice in 10 years. Think about it. Ain't nobody bought rice because we just wanted to give away. And that's basically how I supported myself, especially because people don't know I was in California, got married, moved away, and then came back. And the way that I was able to do that is because I had a full-time job in marketing, which gave me that cushion, so I didn't have to be on Sunset. I'm your private. Oh my God. Money. Do what you want me to do. That's real. That's real. So that allowed me to be able to pick and choose the jobs that I wanted to go to, and allowed me to invest in myself. Yeah. And so just the pandemic, maybe a year before the pandemic, and it wasn't by choice because marketing, once you've proven yourself and you get into management, it's crazy for me. That's easy money to let go because now I got a staff, I got a team, and you're only as good as the people around you. And my team was solid, so I could be like, going out there and do that for me, y'all. But then it came to an end. So I was like, y'all ain't got nothing else, no more, nothing. But at that point, it was just about greed a little bit.
Yeah.
So, now I am fully, the pandemic made me so, it's just strictly, these jokes. And
I like that.
Was the decision hard?
No, they made it for me.
But when they made it for you, you went from, were you going to interview for more jobs, or what was that transition? That's the moment I want to get into because that's what's really important, because oftentimes we always hear, but you're not really in it until you do it full time, right? Like you got to commit and then it'll really happen. Did that happen for you that way? What was that little gray zone like?
That gray zone was when it happened, I was sad about it, but I'm blessed to be able to say I wasn't tripping about going back out and auditioning. And I can honestly see now I don't, it's comfortable to have that bi-weekly money come in every 2 weeks. Oh, on the 15th, 14th is at 11:59, it's going down. That's the direct deposit about to hit. Boop, boop, let's hit it.
Yeah.
So that gives you more comfort. So that transition, it was easy for me because of the fact that I was further along than I thought I was. Because one of my worst habits is we have these goals that we want. And I can remember, we just talked about me having 3 minutes. I can remember saying, oh, I just want to get weekends. I can remember just saying, oh, I just want one TV credit of me doing stand-up. And I have all these things now, but I'm so focused on things that I want. Sometimes I often forget to celebrate. I still got Dominican Republic saying in my head. So it was a little bit easier. Now it gets nerve-wracking because, like you said, I can be honest, my calendar right now isn't past September.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's nerve-wracking because it means after September, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So you just got to try to keep those bookings coming in because you don't know. So it was a lot easier just because I'm working, but it keeps me on my toes and keeps me continuously trying to look for things to create my own lane, to learn, because nothing's going to be given to me. And Hollywood is on this word of relevant. I can't stand who's relevant.
Yeah.
And if you don't run into this relevant shit, because it's a sly one,
Now, you talked about the pandemic a lot and some of the things that you learned during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And we all have been through this whole thing where we're trying to say, okay, I'm coming out the pandemic where I know myself better, where I've had to spend some more time with myself and this, whatever. Did something like that happen for you during the pandemic?
Oh, yes, it did. Well, for starters, Scary Mary over here, when the pandemic, I'll never forget, it was March 13th, because I was actually filming America's Got Talent, and I was like, oh, it's Friday the 13th. Lord, today we gonna die. When I say I was inside, I was inside.
She was not playing
at all.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
You ain't going outside.
I'm not going nowhere. So it really got me, because TaJa teases me about this now. I learned myself, and it allowed me to be comfortable with just sitting there being with Crystal.
I like that.
And it's scary though, because the flip side of that is it kind of makes you isolate yourself, because you realize you don't need that other nonsense, especially if it's gonna be boring. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't positive, I don't need it. Because guess what? Mother can sit right here and have her snacks, and I'm gonna have them, watch my favorite programs, and be all right. And then it got me a lot healthier, because I already knew, because I just did America's Got Talent.
Yes.
I said, I know something else is coming.
Yeah.
And I cannot sit here and eat all these snacks and gain all these quarantine weight. So sister lost about 20, kept 13 off.
Oh,
somebody came back. Because losing weight, you got to keep.
It's still coming.
It's always trying to find
It's still chasing.
So I learned how to be comfortable in my own skin, comfortable with just myself.
Yeah.
And just how to continuously try to make myself healthy.
And what were the tools? What were the techniques that you did when you learned how to be good with yourself and you renewed your mind? What were those things?
She asking that because she knows she has.
I knew that. I was like, oh, she knows some.
So I can remember this back as 4 years, and we go back and forth, because she said when she first started, I was like, oh, why you always want to be positive? I don't remember that. But it's at least maybe 4 or 5 years ago, TaJa started on this journey of, if it's not positive vibrations, I'm affirming my life. I'm speaking what I want into my existence. And if it's not that, you might get lost along the way. I'm sorry, this is what's best for me.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Lord, don't talk to positive Paula. It's gonna be a thunderstorm, and she gonna say, don't worry, stay dry. It could be, the rain could be soaking all through your pores, like just positive. But by learning that and speaking every day on what I want, what I don't want, showing my gratitude, that's the biggest thing. Because California, if I said, if you're gonna be stuck without a job, California was the best place, because they can't evict you, y'all. They can't evict you even if they try. So I had to be grateful that, hey, I'm not with COVID. I have a roof over my head. My car is still in my driveway. I got gas in my car. I got some noodles to eat. And by me just every day going into that, you don't even realize until you turn on CNN and stuff like that. How could you not what's going on? Because the pandemic was going on, but at the same time, we had all of that social injustice right at the same time. Mm-hmm. So if you turn on the TV, you think you're going to die or you're going to kill somebody. Which one is this? The other end of the spectrum, because it was just that bad. Right. So you had to be settled. I had to be settled in myself and had to look at the positive things and things that I had to look forward to, or I'd have gotten that dark hole. And once you get in there, it's hard to get out unless you have good friends that are on that path themselves. And I can tell you, I'm not just saying this because it's my friend, because a lot of times people like, you're just saying because you're friend. I've watched it. I saw it firsthand. Her speak. I mean, this girl don't even spoke into existence the type of man she wanted there. I'm telling you, when I first met, I was like, or what? I was like, you got the manual, because some some men, if you just let them keep talking, they'll talk themselves out of the situation. Like, I ain't even got it. They'll talk themselves out of the situation.
Listen, brothers, I hope you listen to that point.
So the more he talked, we was just like, where are the brothers? It was just that good. And I watched that. So if it's one thing to read it, and it's one thing to see people talk about it on television, but until you see it yourself and you see the process and the journey, it's like, well, I want some of that.
Yeah.
I wanna manifest my life.
Right.
I wanna block out all negative energy and people.
Yes.
I want that. And those were the tools. And I'm so forever grateful and thankful. And I was talking to a lady in the airport the other day about the book.
Yes.
And she said, oh, my girlfriend passed it to me. I was like, I'm seeing that's the way it is. Because TaJa gave it to me. Then I gave it to my sister. And that's the way we grow. And that's the way we just build these communities. Yep. If you know better, you do better.
Exactly. So when you change that, I guess the verbiage, your mindset, you change the verbiage in your life, how did that show up in your life when you started manifesting your life? How did that show up?
Well, the first thing it's going to do, it's going to show you other things or people that are not on that path. And the more you practice it, you're going to be able to, even with myself, catch yourself. Because it's easy to be woe is me. You know, gas almost $6 now. You know, it's easy to be like, oh, but let's be thankful that I got $6 to put a gallon in there. That's at least going to get me to Ventura and back. Right. You know what I mean? So it starts to show you, ways that you can be better. Yes. And then it starts to show you people that aren't necessarily on that same wavelength because sometimes, and I'll say this, this was probably 8 years ago. And by me losing my mother, on her birthday, Mother's Days, things like this, I can get into a hole. Yeah. But I remember my girlfriend, TaJa Simpson, one time, because I was in that hole, and she goes, well, do you just want to be sad? And I want
to That's that faithful are the wounds of a friend type question.
Right.
What did you say?
It's like,
what did you say to me?
Yeah. Right.
And back then I was irritated, fighting we was boxing in my head.
Yeah.
But now I realize that's not where I want to be.
Yes.
Don't go there because I control all of that. And it starts with my thoughts. I see you, your duck walls filling up. You're crying here, this makeup on nice. Fan them, hold your head back.
Hold it back. Hold it together. Stay ready.
I'm always ready. I got this.
No, my man.
Thank you.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So those are the practices and that's what I can see. And like she said, each one teach one. I don't have all the answers. Yeah. But as long as I can surround myself with people that they might not have the answers, but they're at least trying to find them out, then I'm okay. Because every day is a different trend. And, I'm also, hello, saints and sinners and new Christians over here. I'm a daily devotional every day. So if my Lord and Savior can give me a new shot every day and not complain about all of the things that this world is doing right now, how dare I? You know what I mean? So
I'm absolutely loving this talk because you and TaJa are both like the essence of what my show is about. Produce Your Own Life is about personal accountability, taking ownership for your life. And so many people who want to work in the industry always say, I'm trying to get my opportunity. They just won't let me in. Both of y'all just said, put your foot against the door and kicked it in and said, I'm here. That's what this is about. So I'm just excited
you have to.
Hearing this.
That was my next question. How did it show up for you professionally?
It showed up for me professionally that's a great point that you brought up. A lot of times we feel like, oh, I should have got this, or oh, I should have did this, and oh, it should have been me. And same thing with TaJa, with Tyler Perry. People don't realize the work. I've read lines for her and saying like, you did all this is for today, this ain't for the year. Yeah. And a lot of times you think that things are for you and that you should be that person. But if you really just hold yourself accountable and be like, okay, do I really have the chops to do this? Yeah. Should I really be judging somebody else? Okay, if they put my feet to the fire, what we gonna do? You gonna start yodeling because you don't know what yodeling. You know what I mean? So it's really just about surrounding it's all about community to me. It's about the people that I say this all the time, and I used to apply it to dating. You are what you eat. If you eat chicken every day, you're gonna start to like chicken. So if you know you don't like this brother in the beginning, leave him alone, because before you know it, it's gonna be okay. And as long as you surround yourself with people that like-minded people, or some people are afraid to ask for help. I got an audition today, TaJa, I need some help. You know, use those people in your community. Ask for help. Ask for help, and don't try to be the smartest person in the room. Because if you are, what are you learning? And humble yourself and say, hey, I need help. I don't have it all figured out. Or I'm having a bad day. You never know. It's mental health. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on. But if you can just, in this business, if you can surround yourself around like-minded people, positive people that might not tell you what you want to hear all the time, but gonna tell you what you need to hear. and being a good person, and, you know, I don't care what you believe in, what's your race, creed, religion, or whatever. Go by the 10 commandments and try not to be evil or mean to nobody. Do unto others as you have them do to you. And if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all, or at least murmur it up under your breath or write it down. But don't say it out loud. The world is just getting so it's just, the internet has made people crazy, feel like they can just say and do whatever they feel like doing.
That's true. And you got about, you know, I know you got to go in a second, so you know,
it's 30 minutes already.
Yeah, I told you the time was
dang. See,
so you know, I was trying to make sure we keep you on time. But tell us what's up now. We talked about some of the stuff that you've been working on that's getting ready to come out, and you know, drop it for us so we can know how to stay in touch and how to support too.
Okay, well, I appreciate all of that, and this is an amazing thing what you're doing, because people do need to realize to not wait on Hollywood to call them, that they need to create that lane themselves. And, you know, use your people, ask for favors. You never know, because people are creators. If you're in this business, you would rather be creating something than sitting at home eating Cheetos. So use your community. So with that being said, as TaJa mentioned, Coffee with Crystal, it's a comedic talk show where I interview other comedians. TaJa actually was my director, came in last minute, and her and Edwin Walker, they actually saved it, because they was like, wait, y'all doing what? What y'all doing? I mean, within a day, it was done, and just completely changed it. So we will be filming Coffee with Crystal season 2.
Yes.
This weekend, for everyone that's listening, I will be in Houston at Phil and Derek's. I got 2 shows Friday night, 2 shows Saturday night. So go to philandderek.com to get your tickets. Houston, Louisiana, all y'all in the South, I need y'all to be there.
Yes.
Next weekend, June 1st weekend, I'll be in Virginia with the Funny by Nature tour with Vivica A. Fox. That's myself, Kelly Kales, Ashima Franklin, Just Niche. And what else am I missing? Just the fabulousness of waking up every day and trying to get it right and trying to be better than I was yesterday. Yeah.
What's one thing that you love about your job? So before I'm gonna give you a minute.
Yeah.
Because you went from starting off as a comedian, just trying not to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Trying to stay up late.
Yep.
Right. Trying to put a smile on your mama's face so she wouldn't
beat my back.
There you go. Right. From there, that same person that you did all of the comedic stuff for, you end up losing her along the way in your journey of life, and that led you to California just to get away, just to figure out who you wanted to be.
Yeah.
During that time, you allowed your troubles to help heal others.
Yes.
It healed you in the process. You didn't have to think about it. Other people could come to your show, you heal them, and then from there, that allowed you to the journey to produce your own life.
Yes.
Right. And so now here you are. I'm trying. Don't look at me.
Let him start it.
I know.
Like, what is she doing?
So now here you are.
More?
Yeah.
You are successful in your own right, in your own merit. And to me, what I heard was her schedule is booked up through September. Like, I know we don't know what's happening after, but we know what's coming. And so it is, right? Like, wow. Like, you've done all of that. And I can say that, you know, just excuse me, as her first manager. Excuse me, as her first manager. That was me. Okay.
Yes.
So, as her first manager. But I am so proud of you. So that's why you were the first person I thought about for the Produce Your Own Life show podcast, is because it's about producing your own life. You know, I believe in that, manifesting your dreams. I speak life over my life and all of that. And you are in that same mantra as well.
Yes.
So now that you've done all the work, you're living in your greatness. And you, like you said, you get to get paid to go to work and kiki and have fun.
Yeah.
What is the one thing that you love about what you do? Because now it was all worth it.
definitely it is all worth it. It's a segue in that. The best thing that I love about the journey is that I did it my way. And there's no project or no thing. Now, I done some stuff that if we had Instagram back then, it'd be a problem, but they didn't. But when it comes to me in this industry, in this business, I've never messed over anyone. I've never spoke ill on anyone's work to stop them from getting more work. I'm always a work person that I work well with others, but most importantly, it ain't no casting couches and it ain't no nip slips and and grab a cheek, especially not for 10 minutes on Sunset. Make the 3 picture deal, Sony. So that's the biggest deal that I'm proud of, that I did it my way. But the best thing about what I love about what I get to do is how I get to make people feel, because then that makes me feel amazing and full of purpose. I feel like, okay, my mama, it's unfortunate, and because she's not here, and that's part of the deal that bothers me the most, because I was the child that was, she was a little unsure about it. I don't know what Kristen's going to end up doing with her life. She just begged me to please finish school, go to school, do something. But that's the sad part sometimes, is because I'm like, man, she didn't get to see any of this, but I'm a believer. So yeah. And I will see her again, and I'm giving her things to be very, very proud of, because I'm proud of it. And the only way that I get to be proud is when I can see the smiles on my audience face, because I don't take that for granted. Because $20 for a ticket, Black people, you can put that on your light bill.
For real.
That's a fourth tank of gas. So if you're spending money to come with me, I'm gonna try my best to give you the best show for $20, at $2,020. However, my gratification is knowing that when you leave my show, you're like, that girl crazy. That girl funny. Man, my side hurt. My Spanx rolled down. My bra strap. And not to mention that, because I always try to encourage love at my shows. Don't let somebody do it on the way home. Boy, I done won. If you do it on the way home from my show, I'm won. It's all about love. It's all about
I love
love.
it.
Yes.
I love it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're so great. I love you so much. We did so good. We got
We
to that
did.
without crying.
Yes.
We did that without crying.
Y'all was having fun.
Tears were
I was
rolling
over
up.
here
We were
getting
like,
emotional.
okay, get it together.
I was getting emotional. I'm like reaching for the tissue.
I
Like,
saw you.
oh, shoot.
I understand that you gave me the berries, and I'm so grateful.
Yes.
So the only thing else that I would like is the shirt.
Oh, you want a shirt for the show?
The shirt.
I'm working on the design, so you will be
no,
one of
no,
us.
the
you want?
shirt.
Oh, you want? Oh. Y'all see how I get treated over here? You want a Lola shirt?
The Lola.
I will order one.
Okay.
I will order. You want?
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that?
You gonna order one?
Okay.
I will order it today.
A medium.
Before TaJa leaves, I'm gonna order it.
Okay.
Once we're done wrapping the show, I'm a man of my word.
You heard that, y'all.
Okay.
Josiah, you heard your daddy. Josiah, your daddy said he gonna buy me a medium shirt. You gonna send it to TaJa house.
I'm gonna order it. It's taken
That's
care
great.
of.
No, but I'm super grateful for you guys having me here. Of course, TaJa, love her to pieces, admire her, respect her. Just because, like I said, I got to witness firsthand her do everything that she wanted to do.
Yes.
And speak it into existence. But I'll say this: it's not just in the industry, because we work together.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are a piss poor, mediocre marketer,
Yeah.
you're gonna be a piss poor, mediocre actor.
Right.
But TaJa had spreadsheets for giving out rice. Everybody had call times. I've been knowing what call time was before I was acting. We go out somewhere, call time 6:30, be in the car.
That's real.
Okay.
I love
The
it.
last look mirror.
Yeah, man, come
Or you
on.
leave the house last look.
Last look.
I
Right?
love it.
But that prepares you, because if you
Yeah.
can't be great in your everyday life that's about you,
Right.
how are you going to be great in your craft?
I love
So before we start judging and saying, "Oh, I could have did that role," look, do some real self-checking
it. Yeah.
and think, could I? Or am I saying, I wish I could have, but I'm not doing everything that I need to do to get me there?
Right.
That's it.
And that's why I'm ordering the book, and I've already enrolled in the academy.
Y'all hear that?
The Working Actors Academy, July 7th.
Yes.
Enroll now, people, and you'll get your email to confirm for the subscription.
You better. Thanks, friend.
Oh.
Yes.
That was good. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you guys so much. Yes. Good luck with everything.
And I'm actually going to let TaJa escort you. You know,
Yeah,
since she covered me when I went to meet.
Yeah.
Right.
And her fruit is in the fridge.
Okay.
And
Man of his word, Josiah, you gonna grow up be just like your dad.
oh, he already grown. He grown man.
Grown?
College graduate, everything.
Oh, he sounds like a young man on the phone.
He is. He's 22. You know,
Oh.
He young.
He graduated early. He was 40 when I graduated. As a professional student. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay!
Yay!
We did it.
We
Yeah.
did it! I was like, oh, I get to interview her this time. Oh my
There
god.
you go, Chris.
Thank you so much.
I was ready.
Thank you.
Oh. TaJa will take
yeah.
this to you. Here you
Okay, perfect.
go. Yeah. But
I'm just thinking, wow.
Crystal, I will be following your career quite a bit.
Thank
And
you.
stay
Thank
in
you.
touch.
Thank you.
Stay in
And I
touch.
will stay touch. TaJa got my address on my shirt.
Yes. Oh, we got you. We got you covered. All right, people. We are rolling. We are rolling with this show. We have a little bit more time left, and then we'll be wrapping up. But I just want to thank everybody who has just joined us for this past, say, hour and a half or so. We've been on, and we are just doing this, building this platform, telling great stories. I love what I do with this show. I love the people that come on the show. Everybody that's a guest on this show truly represents who I am as a person. They represent my brand. And I love having people who are about business, who are positive, who speak life. Zero drama, baby, zero drama. Which reminds me, as our show, we are growing. We are now working on getting sponsors. So if you want to become a sponsor on the Produce Your Own Life podcast, make sure you email produceyourownlifetv@gmail.com. produceyourownlife@tv@gmail.com. We are accepting new endorsers, sponsors for the show. We want your brand out there. We want to keep it out there and show love to people. This is what we're about, man. Especially if you live in LA or if you work in this industry. You have to learn that the most important thing you have to do is take ownership. Take ownership for your life. Take ownership for your career position. Take ownership over the audition. Let it go after you audition. These principles apply not just in the entertainment industry, but in corporate America, in school, wherever you're at. You are responsible for what takes place in your life. You should be accountable person. That person you see in the mirror is the most important person you're going to see that day. That person you see in the mirror has got to make sure that you have a great attitude, that you don't let things get to you and you don't cry about things not going your way and you don't blame other people. That's why it's so important that you are the type of person that takes ownership in your life. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate the love. Appreciate it. Keep it going. But it's so important. And TaJa and I, we got probably about 10 more minutes when she come back in. We go wrap up the show. But TaJa has been an amazing host, hasn't she? She has been really good. And I'm really glad that she joined the show and helped me out. TaJa is she's become a very good friend of both myself and my wife, which I'm grateful. I'm grateful for real, candid relationships. TaJa will tell you the truth. She'll tell it like it is. If you're not pulling your weight, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, don't be talking about why you're not getting certain things or you're not getting these roles in the industry. We have to do our own work. We have to be ready. So while you're waiting and trying to talk about, well, I'm waiting on this to happen, start building your own platforms. Make Hollywood knock on your door. Make Hollywood come to see you. Make Hollywood say, yo, there's so much great things you're doing. We want to bring you in. We want to put you on here. We want to do this. We want to put you on this show. That's what happens when you start building your platform and you're not waiting and just doing auditions. Auditions are great. They're beautiful. You get a chance to meet casting directors. You get a chance to possibly book roles on certain shows. I've auditioned for a lot of great productions, great TV shows. network TV shows, which I love. I've auditioned for Tyler Perry numerous times. And I love that, the opportunity just to get your face in front of these people, these decision makers. But most importantly, you have to be a decision maker yourself. If you want longevity in this industry, you have to be a decision maker. So that's the types of things I talk about with this show. I encourage people to take ownership. I bring the right people on who are, you're going to watch their life and be inspired and know that if they're doing this and taking ownership, why am I not doing this? Most of the times we are in certain situations in our life, not because anything else, but when you look at that person in the mirror. So I thank you guys for supporting the show today. This is my first time doing a live show in a studio. My creative space, Yolanda, I have to thank her so much for opening up her studio, for giving me opportunity to do a live show here, to show what we can do by doing a live show and reaching the masses. This is beautiful. Yolanda, you are incredible. Yolanda, you are a gift. And you have just rolled out the red carpet for us, made it nice and cozy. You know, you've taken care of. So you guys, make sure you go to My Creative Space. I Need My Creative Space. Go follow her on Instagram. If you want to get some studio time up in here, DM her, DM this sister, reach out to her. They have a great thing taking place here that's really helping a lot of independent artists, independent productions build their platforms and take it to the levels that we need to be at. I was once told that in order to make it, you just need one person. You just need one yes. That's all you need. You need one yes, one person to believe in you. And here comes TaJa. She's coming back in right now, you know.
That's right. No,
Yes.
Yes. And one person to believe in you is you.
Yes.
Honestly.
And here she comes. And I told her we go for 5 more minutes.
Okay.
And I was just talking about how wonderful you've been. You know, so
how wonderful I've been?
Yeah, as a host.
Oh, thank you.
I was showing love to Yolanda, who's been incredible.
She's been amazing.
And, you know, My Creative Space. This is a good space. I love it. So I have to put my glasses on for this because I wanted to do a segment. I have a segment called This or That. Okay. And, you know, I'm kind of I just had to start wearing reading glasses. So I'm kind of like.
Let me see. Okay. Nice.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of self-conscious about them. So I'm still trying to.
Self-conscious because you say you are.
Oh, here we go again. See, I can't say nothing without her jumping off. So.
But because you are aware of it, though, then that's something you can work on. So every time those thoughts come up, you need to counter them. So that way, that's how you work on no longer being self-conscious.
There you go. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Because I kind of like it. It's like a little professor type look, a little smart look.
I think they look great.
Yeah. So when I read something,
does it make you feel old now that you need reading glasses?
Yes,
is that what
it does.
It is? Okay.
I'm fighting that. I don't like the feeling.
Got it.
So, see, I just had my moment. I was lying on the couch. TaJa was talking to me.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. This or that.
This or that. Mm-hmm. You know. So you can get with this or you can get with that. Beard or no beard, and why? Beard. Okay, why?
I've always been a part of the beard gang. Mm-hmm. Beard, I think I got it from my dad. I grew up, my dad always had this really amazing beard. Mm. And so now a nice, well-kept beard that's full, that will over no beard any day.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Hey, y'all hear that? But she, you know, you got a man.
Totally.
Yeah, so, hey, sorry, brothers.
You know. Sorry, bearded brothers.
Yes, but, you know, you can get in line for somebody else. Another this or that. You can get with this or that. You can get with hot or cold. Which one you prefer as far as temperature?
Hot, because I love the beach.
Beach.
Yeah. I live by the beach. I can walk to the beach. You know what I mean? I don't even need to drive anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hot because I want to be on the beach. I'm a beach babe.
I like that. I'm a beach man, so I like that. Another this or that. Trip to Tahiti or trip to the Maldives?
Pick one. I don't know. Tahiti. No, Maldives. Let's go Maldives. Yeah. Nah, I can't give you a why. I'm just like, I think that one's.
They're both amazing.
They're both amazing. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd toss, a little bit more difficult this or that. Aisle seat or window seat on the plane?
Window.
Why is that?
Window. I don't want to I don't want to sit there where everybody's walking by me. I'd rather just sit in my little space next to the window and I can lean up on it and I can go to sleep or do whatever. Window all day.
Okay, all right. Although she's, I believe she's first class and on her own private planes. We're speaking that all the day, and she's been
I'm so
on
glad. Look, I'm already putting that out to the universe. I'm so glad you got on that train.
Yeah.
You're right. First class and private only.
I keep a picture of a private jet on my phone.
Nice.
Because that's how I plan on flying.
Amen.
Often.
And so it is.
Yes. Another this or that. Sports car or motorcycle?
Sports car.
Really?
Yeah. Now I love motorcycles.
Yeah. I'm surprised on that one. I thought you was going to say motorcycle.
Yeah, I do love motorcycles, but something about a nice, sleek, sexy sports car. Sold. Yeah.
Yeah, I am definitely a sports car man.
Okay.
I'm not motorcycle. I want to lean back with my convertible. Especially out here.
I love a convertible.
Straight up to PCH.
Totally.
Just go. That's what I'm talking about.
It's like a movie moment with your arms up in there, like, wow, the wind's blowing in your hair and everything. Yeah.
It's nothing like that. It really is. It's an amazing feeling. So I'm a sports car man.
Okay, sports car.
Pizza or burger?
I gotta go with burger. Now, let me say this. Typically, it will be pizza, but I don't eat dairy. And I've had a bunch of really great vegan pizzas, but it's not like a real cheese pizza.
I've tried.
It's missing the salt. It's missing the flavor and the fat of the cheese, right? So I had burger. I can get a really great Impossible burger. I don't do beef.
Yeah.
I can do that, so burger.
I'm with you. I love Impossible burgers too.
Yeah.
I go buy Impossible meat at the store. I love it. So it's very good for you.
Totally.
Oh, well, man. So this next one, I don't know, but I'm going to do it anyway. Steak or fish? I know they do have like vegan steak. I don't know how that tastes.
No, I don't eat beef. I'm allergic to beef. My body is allergic to the enzymes in beef, so it can't process beef. So when I eat beef, when I used to eat it as a kid and when I was younger, it would just... I'd be like, oh, my stomach hurt. My mom would be like, you better eat your food. So every time she cooked pepper steak, it was the only meal that I would sit at the table all night.
Really?
She wouldn't let me leave. So I would just chew it, spit it out, chew it, spit it out. Because anytime I ate it, but what they didn't realize is it was actually really painful. It wasn't just like a regular tummy ache.
You were going through.
I was going through it. And so once I got older, I wasn't really eating beef that much. But every now and again, I may have a steak. Every now and again, I may have a burger. And every time I did, I was like, man, this is something's happening here.
Yeah.
Went to the doctor, and that's when they figured out what it was.
I was going to ask, how'd you find out? So they ran tests.
Yeah, ran tests.
Man, that's pretty interesting because I'm pretty sure many of us probably have that type of issue with food. Man, that could be a whole nother show right there.
Right.
Gee. Well, since, I had to end on this one, boxing or mixed martial arts?
Man.
This or that?
That's so interesting because I just started... back training in boxing, but my next thing that I'm picking up is MMA. So boxing. Because I'm in Lola getting ready to shoot Lola 2.
Yes.
So we're gonna go with boxing.
You hear that, Antoine? She got the answer right. Boxing. I know you was back on it. She better say boxing.
Oh my goodness.
All right. And I have another question for you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna answer after you. But what is your favorite workout song? Like, what gets you just going?
Top Off.
Top Off.
It's with DJ Khaled, Jay-Z, and Beyonce. It's and then I like Up Right Now too by Cardi B, just because I like fast paced something. Yeah. Or right now, I also tell my trainer, put on Journey. Because I like the Don't Stop Believing. Yeah, I love that. That's like so my mantra, right? So, and it's such an older song, but something that's like upbeat.
Yes.
That's really high energy. Because when you're boxing and you're training, I don't want the slow. I can't listen to slow motion for me. Like I need something really.
Trying to go to sleep.
I need something that keeps my energy up. Okay. So last time when I was filming Lola 1, it was Top Off. And now it's Journey and Up.
I love that song. I do. I was like, hey man, that's one of my songs.
Yeah.
It takes me back.
It's a classic.
One of my favorite is DMX, Rest in Peace. X is gonna give it to you.
X is gonna give it to you.
Because as soon as I hear that, oh my goodness, I just lose it. It's like you would think I was a madman.
Really?
I actually used to teach by group fitness boxing.
Okay.
At TaJa boxing.
Oh right. Okay.
And that was one of my theme songs. I would play that, And I will forget I'm teaching a class. I'm going to the bags and just destroying the heavy bags.
Really?
Because it just takes me into a whole nother zone. But that's the type of song I need for a workout.
Totally.
So, I just thought I would ask, since that's what, the frame you're in. You're working out, you fit, you have always been fit, so.
Well, thank you. Yeah. I work out, so that's why.
You see, she works out.
Yeah.
It doesn't just happen.
It doesn't. You have to work at anything in life you want to be successful at. You want to change your mind. If you change your mind, you change your life. It's all about the renewing of your mind. You want to get in shape, you got to keep the commitment to yourself. That's what shifted for me. I would work out and stop, work out and stop, work out and stop, and things like that. And then I got to the point where I was like, I have to keep the commitment to myself. Yeah. Oftentimes, that's the one commitment that we always lack on. We'll keep commitment to our significant others. We'll keep a commitment to our children. Keep a commitment, but you'll put yourself on the back burner. Especially as a woman, we do that. And so I was like, you know what? I have been saying I want to get in shape like this. I want to look like that. Yes, I've always had a great framework, but there's other goals that I have for myself that I wanted to attain.
Yes.
And so I was like, I have to keep the commitment to myself. So it goes in all things in life. If you want to be an actor, like for me with the Working Actors Academy, or whatever it is that you want to do, you have to make that commitment to yourself so that you can be successful. That's what Producing Your Own Life podcast show is about. It's like, in order to do that, you have to make the commitment and be consistent.
I'm saying right now, live on our show, that this evening I am going to the website because I believe in supporting you.
Oh, thank you.
I believe in you. I know you're an incredible actor, but you have so much more substance, and I want to draw all that.
Nice.
So I'm supporting also.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate it.
Not just like I said, I'm really am a man of my word. I just believe that at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. You can be great and all this other stuff, but if what you say doesn't stand,
right?
Let's get away from it.
That's everything. That's what my parents used to say. When you have nothing else to stand on, you should have your word.
Yes. So you have another new client.
Yay.
And I will be putting it out there because I really do. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
And this is it's inspiring me. And I know we're almost wrapped up, but I want to know if you can just give the audience just whatever you want to give. You got 1 minute to burn on something.
Oh, wow.
1 minute to burn on something.
1 minute to burn on something.
Yeah.
So as I was creating the Working Actors Academy, there's a part, it's TaJa that's ingrained in it, right? Yes. And what I mean by that is the 4 pillars are kind of, for me, that are now the pillars of the Academy. But it's gratitude, belief, intention, manifest. Gratitude, belief, intention, manifest. I say that because those are the 4 pillars I believe that really took me from being where I was to where I am. You have to start with living in gratitude. Yes. Oftentimes we're always looking for the next goal. We're looking for the next goal. We're looking for, but I got this, but I really want that. I want to do this, but I really want that. But we're not living in gratitude for the now, in right now. Like Crystal was saying, just all these different things that she wanted, but she had to be grateful. Like, okay, but my car's there. Okay, but I have a roof over my head. Okay, but this. The more grateful you are, the more will come to you. Yes. Right? Then belief. Every great thing that's ever happened in life, whether it's a tangible thing, whether it's something that you pick up on your phone every day and it's an app, it all started because somebody believed in the product. Yes. They believed in it, and then they manifested it, right? It happened, right? So you have to believe. And all a belief is something that you tell yourself over and over and over again until you believe. Gratitude. Yes. Believe. You have to believe in yourself for whatever that is that you want to do. Intention. Now, this is what really drives the belief, is the intention. It's your intention behind the words that you say. You can't just say, I'm successful, but there's no real connection to it. You have to really believe that thing, and the intention, how you're saying it, is what really allows that to manifest. Okay. Right? Yeah. So it's gratitude, belief, intention, and that's how it will manifest in your life. Okay. The intention portion of it for me is when I realized I went from like, oh, I've been doing good with this manifesting thing, to, oh, I'm a master manifester. Yes. It's the intention behind every single thing that you do. So when she's on stage, or I'm on television, or you're on television, or you're doing a podcast, we have a responsibility. Yes. You have a responsibility. She takes it on as healing people. Yeah. For me, it's like, I want you to feel my character and what they're going through. Yes. Because I have a responsibility in being on television every single week. Yes. right?
Yeah.
You're paying a cable provider or some different platform that I'm on to watch me. I'm grateful. Let me make sure that I show up for you.
Yes.
And it's the intention that I put behind that.
Mm.
So those are the 4 pillars I think that are most important. Is you have to live in gratitude.
Yes.
You have to believe.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know like you know your name. Like I say, can't nobody come up to you and tell your name not Rodney.
Nah.
You got to know it like you know your name, that it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You have to set the intention behind it.
Okay.
That's what really catapults the belief. And then that's how that thing will manifest.
Man, okay, the mic has just been dropped. The mic has been dropped.
That was funny because I was like, what am I going to say?
I knew you would have it. That's why I wasn't even worried about asking that question. I knew you would have it.
Thank you.
So, TaJa, for you to agree to be my co-host today means the world to me.
Oh, thank you.
For somebody who's accomplished so much as you've done, I greatly appreciate it. And I'll never forget it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I want to make sure everybody, you guys go to TaJa V. Simpson, Instagram, TaJa V. Simpson Collection, Working Actors Academy. Get in with TaJa V. Simpson. Support my sister. She, not just because she's my sister, but because she's going to give you a whole lot of substance and going to empower you to do things that you need to accomplish in your life.
Right.
That's what
Amen.
it's about.
That's what it's about.
You're going to get your money's worth.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We want to thank you all for watching, for listening to the Produce Your Own Life podcast. Make sure you go and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Google, Castbox, iHeart. We're available on all those platforms, and we're in 17 countries now. Yes, so I'm very grateful to the 17 countries where we have listeners. So thank you, guys. And remember, life is a script. It's time to write yours.
Amen.
We out.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching and listening.
Yes. Love ya. And let me end this. See y'all.